How would you qualify your art?
How would I qualify my art? Tremendous, scrumptious, piquant.
The pictorial recapitulation of a dream vision through condensation and displacement is presented most conspicuously by your paintings that happened between 1963 and 1984. What can you say about that?
It was a very febrile period for me, for the world. I was just responding to the vibrations that I feel. They course through me daily. I wake up in the morning, I have breakfast, the vibrations begin, they never cease for the rest of the day. And so, I paint.
What do you think about the movement that is happening right now in the art world?
I do not care for it. It is elementary. It is grotesque. It lacks any kind of, how you say, fun. Unlike my work, which is full of light and spice.
In your paintings, there is a feeling of sadness and a certain adolescent awkwardness. The result, the critics have said, there's an uneasiness connecting with the outside world. So your paintings could be considered elitist. Would you say you're an elitist?
A what?
An elitist?
Spell it.
E-L-I-T-I-S-T-I-S-T-I-S.
Use it in a sentence.
Do you consider yourself an elitist?
I don't believe you have the class to ask me that question.
One of your paintings features a man with
this one? Like this one?
No. It is a piece that is on loan at the Museum of Contemporary and Non-Contemporary Art in New York City, and it features a man sticking his tongue out, and it's quite a provocative piece. Is it meant to be a self-reflectory part of you?
I do not seek to provoke. I seek only to live my life. Isn't that right, Mittens? Yes. And if people are provoked by it, I cannot help them. I cannot live their lives for them. They must decide on their own how it is that they choose to interact with such beautiful pieces. I only present to them. If I lay beautiful nuggets of gold on the ground, they must choose to pick them up and see them for what they are.
What do you think about the milk white fog?
I don't drink anymore.
You have been described as an isolationist. Would you call yourself isolationist?
What did you call me?
An isolationist?
Continue.
Would you call yourself an isolationist?
No. My friends call me Lucky. People in my family, they call me Junior. I just call me me. I cannot relate to that statement.
Do you think your work is still relevant in today's society?
Somewhat. But I believe it is more relevant in tomorrow's society. Hang on, which day is this?
Today is Monday.
No, it's not relevant in today's society, but tomorrow, very relevant in that society.
The historical categorization of your work and the contextualization of your art from a wider perspective includes a certain international death of the problematic association with the Japanese new pop. Would you agree with that?
That's a very good question. It's a question that I would like to answer with a question. What do you think of this hat?
It's quite stylish. Fits you.
I think now you have your answer, no?
You You have been married quite a few times. Do you believe that your work and the intensity of it affects your personal relationships?
Very much so. That is my entire answer. It is because of the intensity.
Does your pet speak to you?
This one? No, this animal is dead.
You have in the past stated that your work is the best that has ever existed. Do you still stand by that?
Absolutely. I will stand by that statement. I will sit and lounge by that statement. I could have a snack or read a book by that statement. It's a statement for all seasons and for all moods. And yes, I stand by it.
What inspires you?
I like hot dogs. Hot dogs are nice. Babies. I like babies, plump babies. Both babies and hot dogs, I prefer them to be plump. Perhaps plumpness is a theme that I need to explore further in its relation to my work.
It's also been said that you are inspired by heavy metal music in your work. Which songs would you say are related to your paintings?
Many people do not consider it to be fitting enough in the heavy metal genre, but I do believe that Drop Dead Legs off of Van Halen's seminal 1984 album informs much of my work. There is a certain raunchiness to the guitar in that song that has contributed very much to my career and to my work in many paintings, such as this one and that one.
Who would you say is your biggest inspiration?
Paul Lynde. His work on Hollywood squares in the 1960s and 70s presented an apex in his chosen medium that will never be approached, let alone bettered. I only strive to be like Paul Lynde, to be Lynde-esque, if you will, knowing that I will never reach that level, but it is what gets me up in the morning.
Your early works feature a fluidity from your own childhood.
A what?
A fluidity?
Fluidity.
From your own childhood, memories and imagination?
In this one? Like this one? I made it with some fluids, yes.
In your own words, what is the future of art?
The future of art, and it's something that every artist must hold closest to them at all times if they are to make the art for the future art, as I like to call it. They must remember only two words, and two words only: hang loose.
What do you think about the current state of affairs in the Middle East?
Inshram gets his tax return. That's a very important painting to me.
The emotional content and spiritual effect of your work has a strong affinity with the prevailing tendencies in literature.
Yes,
contemporary literature, to be exact. There's also a lot of humanized expression and obviously influenced from underground comics.
Is it that obvious?
The critics seem to think so.
I think that the critics are mainly and they're and stupid. But more than that,
you have suffered the deaths of some of those closest ones to you. Has that pain been reflected in some of your latest work?
Like this one? Like this one? Like this one? Yes.
Do you read art publications?
Publications? No. Publications? Yes.
What does the future look like to you?
The future to me looks like it's mainly shiny clothing, one piece, it's like jumpsuits. Have you seen the Jetsons? Star Trek? Pretty much.
How will that impact your art?
You need to get much more silver and gold paints. I'd like to say hello to my boo, Cherise. Cherise, if you're out there, if you're watching this, I love you. Like this one? Like this one? Like this one? Like that one? Which is it? This one or that one? You tell me.